Hey guys, it's Michelle and I'm here from Women Who Wow for the Women Entrepreneur Success Show. Today we are doing the election 2020 episode of our show, and I'm so excited to be here. We're going to talk about to what and to whom perhaps we generously give our power over to, instead of owning and maintaining that power for ourselves. So I'm super excited to be with you guys on election day. I am pretty much live all day today. It's not something I did really deliberately, but it is something I didn't cancel really deliberately, right? Like, and there's a method, there's definitely a method to my madness. I do want to share this to make sure that the people who need to see this today actually get to see this today. And I'm very, very excited about the topic, right? Because right now in our world, we're focusing on some of the macro stuff, right? Like who's going to be elected, and that's definitely important. And I definitely want everybody here to vote. Vote. It's super important. And a lot of people fought, if you're a woman, a lot of people fought for your right to go out there and vote. As I share this, I'll tell you that I'm very proud. I've got 3 kids, and they've all were able to vote, and they all did exercise the right to vote in this election. So, all right. So I want to get started. Obviously, there are definitely consequences to elections, right? And I want you to vote because of that. Not just because there are consequences to the election, but also because you have a right that didn't come free to vote. So I definitely want you to vote. But and actually in all of the madness that's going on with all the election madness, it seems that things, that there's a few things that even the furthest left and the furthest right can actually agree on, right? Including, I think the furthest left and the furthest right can agree that there's a lot of information out there. Which information is misinformation? They disagree on. I think that the furthest left and the furthest right are agreeing right now on the fact that this is a battle for the soul of our nation. Both sides would say that. Both sides would say that we need to vote our conscience and vote our values. Both sides would say that we need to save our democracy, that it's at risk, right? Both sides, furthest one way and furthest the other way, would agree on these. Frankly, if I were to post these things, right? This is a battle for the soul of our democracy, or there's so much misinformation out there. If I were to post that, right? The right would think she's with us and the left would think she's with us, right? And as entrepreneurs, right? As small business owners, as job creators, having policies that are pro-business, that matters. Specifically, local and statewide policies that govern our industry and how we work. All of it matters. But we often focus so much on the macro issues like this, right? And I'm here to talk to you about the rest of the stuff, right? To what and to whom do you generously give power over for your success? And I want to read off a list of things that I myself have handed over my own power to, or in my coaching of thousands and tens of thousands of women entrepreneurs, things that I've seen them hand over their power to. So maybe it's your mood, right? Maybe it's your personality, as if your personality is a prison you can't escape. Maybe it's your past. Maybe you hand over power to your personal doubts or fears. Maybe you hand over power to a husband or a spouse or your family. Maybe you hand over the power for your success to your comfort zone, right? Anytime we make, and I have an additional list, but anytime we make any of these things more important, anytime we allow them to take priority over aligned action to create what we know we're on this earth to create. So when I give my mood more priority than it should have, when I give my past or my personal doubts more power than, say, I give my goals that day, I'm giving away my own power. As I rattle this list off, right, consider how many you may have made, how many times you may have made these things more important than your goals, right? More important than realizing your potential, given them, these different things, the power that they really don't deserve and have not earned, right? So I want to keep going with my list. Maybe you've given your own personal power to create the success you want over to your fear of rejection. Hint, You're going to be rejected. It's just part of it's just part of the entrepreneurial game, right? It is what it is. Maybe you've given over your power and made your fear of being judged more important than your goals, than your potential. Hint, spoiler alert, you're going to be judged. Right? You're totally going to be judged. You gotta take action anyway. Maybe you've given over the power to create the life and business and income that you want. Maybe you've given over that power to your emotional temperature. Do I feel like doing this today? Like, hint, right? Just a spoiler alert. Like, when you're cozy on the couch, it never feels like a good time for a run. In fact, you might not feel like running until after you're laced up, and sometimes not until your lungs start burning, right? You can't just do what you feel like doing. You've got to take action that's aligned with what you know you're here to create. Maybe you've given over your own personal power to angry BS on social media. Maybe you've given over your power to the comparison game, comparing yourself to people and feeling resentful about their success or feeling sorry for yourself. Maybe you've given over your personal power to the habit of pursuing perfection, which, as an aside, doesn't exist. Perfection does not exist. It's a fool's game. It's a fool's errand. Can you see how these things might be costing you, zapping you of your own power to achieve and accomplish that which you know you are capable of, right? Nothing is as heartbreaking as realizing that you missed the mark in your own life, right? Nothing is as heartbreaking as when maybe seeing your kids do this, I guess, right? Which maybe is... we could consider how God feels, right? When he looks at us shirking our potential and, not going all in. I don't know. That's just my Michelleology, I guess, for you. But can you see how you give over your power to things like moods or, tyranny of the urgent? You can see how you can quickly give away your power to this. Even the election, right? This election does have intended and unintended consequences for entrepreneurs, depending on which way it goes. But in every economy, right? In every single economy, success is created. New success and increasing success is created. In other words, it's up to me. It's not up to them. So yeah, I want you to vote. It's election day 2020, right? Somebody fought hard and gave up a lot for you to be able to vote. So vote, but also own your power. Don't give it away to distraction or defeat or any of the things that I named earlier, right? Those things aren't worth it. When we make our mood or we make our emotional temperature or we make a fear of being judged, we make that more important than what we're really here to do, then we're missing the boat, y'all. We are definitely off course. We are giving away our power to something that's really inconsequential, right? If I only worked when I was in the mood to work, actually, I love what I do, so I'd work maybe quite a bit. But if you only did something that you felt like you were in the mood for, you're never going to get the momentum and traction that you deserve and that you could create. So, regardless of who ends up in the White House, you have a purpose and wild potential. And that is the case no matter who wins this election. So keep running your race and let me know how I can help. Guys, I'm so excited about today, and I know you guys are all out there voting, making America proud, and I look so forward to talking with you guys again. We also have, if you are in the Rapid Results 2020 program, we have a full-on training at 1 p.m. today, Eastern Time. It's going to be all about mindset and the practical ways mindset shows up and either makes you money or costs you money in your business. So we're making mindset super practical today. This is the most proven program simply because it's my oldest program. People have been through it. It's my most proven program. It's also my cheapest program. So if you are not in, there's still time to get in. Just message me, m.me/women who wow. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.